Alright, so at this point I've already got my material. I've cut it into the shape that it needs to be, and then I sewed the sides of it. I don't know if you can see, but I did sew along the sides. Then I went ahead and I used a piece of chalk to kind of draw my three main pieces. The lines right here, the triangle, and the black rectangle for the picture. So then I went and I used a gray color, a darker gray color, to draw the lines. I used painter's tape to make sure that these lines are going to be straight, and then I colored in with the same gray. Then with the black, I used painter's tape again, but I was using fabric paint and it was taking forever, so I went ahead and stopped and decided to use spray paint. So I took it outside and I just sprayed. I made sure that the rest of it was away, and I sprayed the part that needed the inside or whatever. So then all this drawing right here is chalk. I used painter's tape just to kind of divide the slant that's going to be on the picture. It's not perfect at all. In fact, it looks horrible and I don't like it. Drawing the Mario is incredibly hard for me, even though it's just a whole bunch of squares. So what I had to do is go and enlarge the picture and trace it. And here it is. What I'm going to do is I've traced it with pencil. I'm going to go back in and I'm just going to color it with either marker or map colors or something. And then I'm going to cut it out, Mod Podge it to this actual part right here. And I'm not going to do the same for the bottom part, so it's going to look kind of bad. But the thing is, this bottom part is already, because when I put it on there, the bottom part is already kind of filled in enough that if I went and tried to size it the same size as this, it would be like, I don't know, way smaller than this whole thing. Which, I mean, I could do, but I've already did all this. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave it like this. Even though it doesn't look perfect, I'm just going to leave it like this and just cut out the Mario so that the Mario is the only thing that's actually perfect. And I'm going to Mod Podge it to that. And then the rest of it, it's just going to be all painted in. So after I do that, I'll do like an update of how it looks when it's all done. I'll just post a picture. Hopefully it turns out better than, you know, if I didn't do the whole thing this size. But at least the Mario will be perfect. That's like the only thing that's mostly important, because as you can see right here, I mean, you can see the feet, but then all this doesn't even make sense. So, and even this is a little bad. I might go ahead and make these the way they're supposed to be in portion to this picture by tracing it. But this is definitely going to be a lot better for me to paint it or color it, Mod Podge it, and then it look good. Alright, so I'm almost finished. I've got my image on there, colored, Mod Podged. I wish I would have scooted over a little bit more. I've got all this room and I still needed to do extra stuff over here. It's way too close. So I hate that I didn't, you know, place it first and then glue it. But, oh well, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect. This part I didn't do perfectly. I just went ahead and did it myself, you know, with writing it with chalk and then just painting it. I did have some trouble painting, like with the paintbrush. Right here, it still has chalk on it. I'm going to clean it up. But I figured out that if you used a glue bottle lid onto your paint, that you can just squeeze it and it works really well. So what I did was I just unscrewed this lid and then put this lid on here. And luckily I had pretty much empty bottle of glue. There's not really much in here. It's just like a little bit. So yeah, it worked really well just to undo this and put it on there. Then you can just be more precise with writing it. So that was great. Other than that, I do need to go back on these and cover up the chalk. I do need to go back and get the parts that the chalk is showing. I'm probably going to wipe off the chalk and then go back and try to make it precise on the edges. I decided not to do the bottom part because there just wasn't enough room. I wish I would have like paid attention to detail, but I didn't. So when I did all this, I forgot that my image was not really centered right and there wasn't enough room and made it too big. Like if I would have moved this up more, there would have been more room for like the seal of like the Nintendo seal and stuff like that. So, and I can take this chalk off too. It just so I'll wipe it with a washcloth. Okay, so after I'm done with this, I am going to get a couple of pieces of cardboard to kind of glue onto the sides of the frame so it'll be stiffer. Another thing I just ran across was a shirt that my son has that doesn't fit him anymore. He wanted me to turn it into like a picture, like put a poster board inside or something. He wanted me to put like a board inside it and then just kind of like make it into a poster board where you just glue the ends of it or whatever. But I thought this would be a really good idea for a bag, like a trick-or-treat bag. So all I'm going to do is cut off the top part, and then I'm going to sew. I might have to cut right here just to make it straight and sew it so it's more rectangular. If not, I might just sew the ends. We'll see how it looks. I think I'll sew the ends first, and then if I need to cut off some sides, I could. Or maybe not, and maybe I'll just let it be big so I can collect more candy. I don't know. But on the bottom part, I do want to sew these in. And I think I might put like a rectangular cardboard in so that it's stiff at the bottom so it kind of stands up more instead of being like a saggy bag. I think if I put cardboard at the bottom, it'll be more stiff and more like a bag than just a old piece of shirt. So yeah, I'm just going to cut off the top and then I'm going to sew it in, and then I'm going to find some kind of strap. I'm not sure what I'm going to do for the handles quite yet. I might either use the remaining fabric up here and make straps out of it. I could do that. Most likely I think I will do that. If it looks bad, then I'll figure out something else. But I think this will be really cute for a trick-or-treat bag. I think it'll go really well with I mean, even though it's not the same game, obviously, this isn't the controller for that game, but I think it'd still be kind of cute. You know, it says, "Don't bother me, I'm playing video games." I think that's cute. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and hopefully this whole outfit turns out amazing. All right. So I made this cardboard frame for the top part. I'm just going to insert it into the top, and it'll kind of help it stay the shape of the cartridge by letting the rest of it hang down and making a square top at the top. All I did was fold this box. I cut a hole in the middle and then just folded the width to be even, and then I'm just going to insert it into the inside, and then it'll let the rest of it fall down.